few awful things on it.
Oh my god.
Okay, now we're streaming. Now we're live. For real.
Okay.
Sorry, you can keep going. You can keep going. I wanted
let's
to.
keep talking about how the Vatican has a fucking Minecraft server.
Yeah.
And people with awful things on it.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's fine now. This is like back in December. You can still join it though. It's an interesting thing because that means there is a Christian Minecraft server.
Yeah,
Okay.
there is.
So are we continuing with Candy or are we...
We're continuing with Candy until,
Yeah. We're getting to like 32, right?
no, 25.
25, okay.
And then we're gonna flip back and forth every chapter.
Wait.
Convoluted, but alright.
Then me and Randy gotta catch up before you even touch meat, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna do C25.
Okay, give me a moment. I have not been reading from the stream. I've been reading from the actual page.
Yeah,
It's
just send me the link, dude. Just shoot it to me.
me?
No, I'm talking to June. Because she's already
The-
on, I assume.
Oh, the link to the epilogues?
Yeah.
I hear weird alien noises behind me. I'm in a closed room.
Yeah, no, that's me. Don't worry about it.
I can't see anything.
Yeah, no, that's me. Hi.
Okay.
I posted a link to the Twitter link if anybody wants to promo that.
I will. Thanks.
Excuse me. I have French fries here, and they're pretty good.
You have been retweeted.
Thank you, Sorezi.
I do the same, but I have no followers, so there'd be no point.
I
Oh.
don't have any followers either.
You have more than me, probably.
I have 48.
More than me.
I have 410.
I have 5.
Ooh, look
You
at
do
this
not have 5.
over here.
You're right.
I need to look and see
I
how
really
much I
not
have.
bad.
I saved a couple pictures.
You have 362, which honestly I was not expecting you to have less than me.
365. Damn, she 5.
I don't post a lot.
Up to me one more time.
That's true.
It takes me a long time to make things.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, I have
y'all
posting
need to give
disease.
me some clout, because I have 43.
But the things I post, they get a whole lot, like infinite tricycle.
To the window, to the wall, to the
Classic
foot drop
post.
down my ball.
Okay, are we beginning?
Yes, we are starting.
Alright.
Why?
Why? That's a good fucking question. Why don't we just sit here and contemplate our lives a little bit?
Why?
Okay, do you guys hear me fine? This is probably something I should have done a while ago. So you guys
You
hear me
sound
fine?
fine. You sound fine, but you also
Sounds
sound
fine
like
to
you're
me.
in a public bathroom.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, basically.
Okay.
You just knock on the wall? Just to make sure.
Yes.
Yep, public bathroom.
Okay.
Alright then.
Okay. Hey, Terezi, guess where I am right now?
Your human wedding.
What?
Considering that humans... What?
What?
I heard a noise, but okay. Considering that humans are the only species on Earth C with the concept of weddings, technically all weddings are human weddings, so there's really no reason to qualify like kids like that.
When did you get so hung up on semantics?
Oh fuck, you're reading. I didn't even realize. Shit. I was so confused. I was so confused.
You blocked it out. That
I wasn't
hard.
even. I wasn't looking at the page. I hadn't processed that we had actually started yet. I didn't know.
Why would I talk about human weddings? Okay.
I don't fucking know. I don't fucking.
What did you think was happening? Did you just think that we were actually just like real time? Like he was just cosplaying John and I was doing Terezi and
I was
we were
like-
just like
I was like,
going at it.
what the fuck? Why do you just call him Terezi?
And then I responded as Terezi and we
And I was
just
like,
continued the conversation.
exactly. Okay. Okay.
That's why you
Sorry.
made the noise after. After your human wedding.
That's why I was like, like a Tim Allen noise, like,
When I became a real adult. Speaking of which, no, I am not at my human wedding. That was months ago.
What?
You forgot? I thought you said you'd try to make it back in time for it.
John, I talked to you yesterday.
Wow. I knew time moved differently out there than it does here, but that's really something else. It's been almost 6 months for me. Well, in that case, I guess I can forgive you for missing my wedding.
You can do that if you want, but I never actually asked for your forgiveness. And I have no intention of apologizing.
It's not me you need to apologize to. Everyone really wanted to see you. Kanaya, Dave, and Karkat have all asked about you like a zillion times.
Really? A zillion.
Okay, I'm obviously exaggerating for effect, but they've asked a lot. Karkat says you've been ignoring his messages for literal years at this point. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, why am I the only one you ever answer?
Mhm.
I mean, we weren't even that close, were we? Not like you were with him.
Don't overthink it, Egbert. You were just the most annoying about being ghosted. Far too annoying to ignore.
Thanks, Jersey. I'll have that one put on my tombstone.
Yes, please do. Immortalize my peerless brutal dunkings. I got the impression that everyone is going way too easy on you in my absence.
Oh yeah, it's seriously horrible. I'm suffering all the positive attention from my caring friends.
So, how was your wedding? Or, how was your default cultural pair mating event?
My wedding? Good, I guess. Really good, actually. You should have seen Roxy. She was so beautiful in her dress. I mean, there were some awkward patches, but it was mostly okay.
Awkward patches? Like what? Was Gamzee there?
Yeah, but he wasn't that bad for once. He mostly just hung out by the punch and tried to touch Jake's bum. Jake. Oh god. Okay, see, the worst part was when Roxy had to throw the bouquet, right? Jane and Jake were kind of together now.
Oh god.
And she basically ordered Jake to catch the bouquet, or else. I was seriously afraid for him, and he didn't even catch it.
Why did she want it so bad? Is it edible?
Whoever catches the bouquet is the next couple to get married.
Huh? Is that the law in human culture?
Oh, no. There's no law.
Then what sort of
rules?
binding contract exists surrounding the bouquet to make it desirable?
None. It's just a thing humans do for fun.
So it's a superstition.
I'd call it more of a tradition. Although in the case of Jane and Jake, superstition might be a more appropriate word.
This story has a lot of extraneous details. You're really bad at gossiping. Do you know that, John? Get to the juicy bits. Who caught the bouquet?
Well, it was Jade. Jade, Dave, and Karkat.
All three of them? Does that mean...
Yeah. They're all dating. Or rather, Jade is dating them both. Dave and Karkat haven't exactly figured things out yet. As much as I love Jade, I don't actually think she's helped matters by putting herself in the middle of it.
Somehow that doesn't seem right.
I know. And that's why I was so messed up that Jade caught the bouquet. Now I have to pretend to laugh and think it's funny when she makes jokes about being the next to tie the knot.
I'm gonna fucking...
No.
I'm so
No!
mad. I'm so mad.
And
I hate this. By the way,
Wow, did you
by
really
the-
go for the double enter? Wait,
Entendre. By the way, exactly what you're thinking is the worst possible
No,
scenario.
no, I know,
Yes,
I
that is
know.
what they mean.
You're forgetting, we're all furries here. Oh, I think at least most of us are.
Oh, I forgot to mention to June. By the way, when we were reading the prologues, obviously we realized when Rose was talking about what she was talking about like how canon and non-canon and stuff, we realized that this entire candy thing is slowly becoming not canon. And that's why everybody's kind of forgetting and like dissolving or something, as she said. Dissipating, I think.
Everyone is plagiarizing as we speak.
And that's why when John like agreed to marry Roxy, that's probably why it was so weird. Is because it's slowly becoming not canon. And that's why we're like being like, I don't know about that. Because it's actually becoming not canon.
Aww.
Yeah.
Andrew Husky Big Brain.
Yeah, we were fucking sitting there like that one meme with all the math calculations around our
Yeah,
faces.
no, we literally went back in the comics to like figure shit out, and we were like, oh god, that's what's happening. Oh no.
One thing that I think is ever relevant throughout this reading is just because it makes sense doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, this is all just to show you, like, this is what would have happened if he didn't went, and this is why, like, this is why the thing in Meat had to happen, I guess, because all of this just becomes not canon. And honestly, you'd rather not read it. That's what they're showing you, is it was either Candy or it was Meat. And Candy sucks, and Meat is just the necessary evil, I guess.
Well,
We'll get to it.
let's just keep going.
What? That was my line.
Oh, I didn't. I was trying to find where that, because I
know-
knew that must have been your line, so I was like, wait, where does he say what? What?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Anyway, sounds like a tough life, Egbert.
Har har. Okay, you're right. Things are pretty good right now if that's the worst thing I have to complain about. Things will probably work out with those three anyways. Things always work out between old friends. We've all known each other for too long for anything to cause a permanent rift.
So, if you're not at your human wedding right now, where are you?
Hmm?
Oh my god, are you serious? You have the memory of a cuttlefish. You opened this conversation by asking me to guess where you are right now.
Oh, I'm at the hospital.
Are you bleeding?
What the hell, Terezi? No, I'm not bleeding.
Oh, that's unfortunate. In that case, are you okay?
Yeah. Actually, I'm more than okay. I'm great. I'm not here for me. It's for Roxy. She's pregante.
Pregante.
Oh.
It means we're gonna have a baby.
I know what pregante means, John. It just seems kind of fast.
Well, it's what happens when people.
Are humans not capable of having sex unless they enter a contractual arrangement?
Gosh darn it, Terezi.
Well, aren't they?
Of course they are, but marriage is what makes it special.
Is it?
What?
Oh, nothing. You're just so...
Let me guess. So dumb. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, that too, but I was actually going to say adorable.
What?
I have to get going. I'm not safe where I am. Go see to your mates, Sprit John. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, okay. Take care of yourself, Terezi.
I always do.
Hey, Terezi, I just want to tell you, and you're not going to believe it.
I already heard about how Jane is dating both Jake and Gamzee. Wait, what?
What? What the No! 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 No!
About how Jane is dating both Jake and Gamzee.
No!
I do believe it. I definitely could have lived without seeing the visual evidence, however.
This is awful.
This is why
No!
it's not canon. This is
No!
why it's not canon.
The other one isn't canon either. The other one isn't canon either. Fuck you.
It's not essential or relevant.
You're damn right. It's
And
not.
eventually it's going to dissipate and become not true, and this is where it fucking dissipates.
Here's the
Nobody
thing.
happens to be a canon.
You're taking too much stock in the idea that the other route does matter, and I would like to assure you,
It's one or the other.
no, you could just not click on either of them, which is what I did for almost a year, and I was very proud of myself.
If you guys can hear me, but my computer is dying. Hello?
Yay!
I can hear you.
We can hear you, yeah.
Cool.
Also,
Mhm.
June,
Man,
it's that fucking phrase where it's like, oh, if a tree falls in the woods and nobody's there to hear it, did it really fall? Yes, it fell, June! Yes, it fucking fell!
The thing is that these aren't real. They're not real.
Homestuck's not real.
Homestuck's real, but
Don't get existential on me.
I'm not getting existential. It's not real.
I wasn't talking to you.
Yeah, no.
How can things be real if our eyes aren't real? Come on, guys.
Stop. You know
We
what?
gra-
I'm gonna put all my stock in the fact that meat is absolutely real and this one isn't. And whatever happens in meat, I'm going to fucking take in stride. And I'm just gonna be like, yep, it's fucking canon. Okay, yep, And I'm just gonna keep going on like that.
Just gonna run with it.
That's exactly what's gonna happen now that you've opposed my ideas so fervently.
Okay.
if I
Making it happen.
I'm gonna say everything is candy is canon. It did not sound good even thinking about it. Never mind. You know what? I don't like Homestuck anymore. Bye. No. Okay. No,
my review of this chapter is Homestuck sucks. Goodbye.
Homestuck is no longer canon. None of
Sorry,
it.
sorry. You were saying, huh, John?
Wait. How did you know about that opportunity?
I lied about you being more annoying than Carcat. Carcat is still the most astonishingly annoying person I know.
Oh. So you talked to him?
And Dave, just for a bit. This was an incredibly hot piece of gossip, and I couldn't trust you to deliver it.
Swing
with
it by
air
the
gravitas
chain
it
of
deserved.
gossip. Sorry.
It's okay.
The gravitas.
I read it.
Okay. That's probably true. The whole Jake, Jane, and Gamzee thing is freaking me out, actually. I mean, they're technically my parents, and a version of Jane was literally my Nana. And now she's having sex with Gamzee. Never mind. Never mind. I don't want to even think about it.
I hope you haven't seen the picture Dave took.
Oh no!
Dave on the picture? Never mind. I don't want to know, and I definitely don't want to see it.
Very well. Your loss. It certainly is something to behold, though, I must say.
What? So, what did you think talking to Dave and Carcat? Did they seem happy?
Nope.
Oh my god, I know, right? This whole thing is such a mess. It's hard to be in the same room with them these days. I don't even know the full story because Dave won't talk to me about it anymore, and Jade seems to think that everything's going just fine.
Carcat had some choice words to say about Jade's lackluster black rom conduct.
So, he doesn't think the situation is great either?
No, Jade is definitely not in hate with him, and it shows.
Yeah, Jade doesn't exactly have a whole lot of hate inside her. In fact, it's probably the opposite. I think she was alone for so long that it's like she stored up this huge reservoir of love, and she has no idea how to put that in a freaking dam on it. I think she means well, and in most ways she's really smart, but socially speaking, I think she might be kind of an idiot.
That's putting it lightly.
How does Carcat feel?
He's not Caligulus for her either. If I had to give my assessment of what's grown between them from my brief observation of the situation, I'd describe it as Terezi resentment.
Oh no.
Resentment can be fine in a short-term black affair, if the goal is just to fill pails and avoid culling. But in a sustained romantic rivalry, it will always spell ruin. Just like a Caligulus relationship, how it's important for you to be able to communicate with your Kismesis.
Really?
Of course! A true Kismesis is just as much your life partner as your Matesford is.
Huh. I had no idea. Not to be culturally insensitive, but I thought it was just like you'd meet up every once in a while to do like hate makeouts.
John, you are being extremely culturally insensitive.
Sorry.
You can't just say not to be something and then go ahead and be exactly that. It is automatically problematic.
I'm just asking questions.
Xenophobic questions, it would seem.
And not you too.
To what?
Pointing out stuff as xenophobic all the time. But in a way where you probably don't even mean it?
Don't even mean it. Why wouldn't I mean it? It's cultural sensitivity, a joke to you.
Ugh. All I'm getting it is, you've been talking to Dave a lot, haven't you?
I keep correspondence with Strider well within reasonable parameters, just like I do with you. To be honest, much less than you. Who even has the time for the nonsense of cool kids these days?
Time? You've got nothing but time, apparently, flying around out there for God knows how much longer. Why don't you just give it a rest already? Come back.
I cannot rest while the mission remains incomplete. You know this.
Seriously, it's beautiful back here on Earth C, Terezi. So peaceful and harmonious. You should come check it out sometime.
I'll pass. Anyway, as I was saying, just like with human romantic relationships, there are all kinds of kismesitudes.
Wow, you changed the subject back so fast. I think I got whiplash.
Yes, some kismesis relationships are of the nature you described, but not all of them. The point of a kismesis is not just to make you annoyed or even angry. They should push you to better yourself. They should shine a light on things about yourself you would otherwise ignore or deny.
Huh. Is that why,
Why what?
is that why you're determined to find her? It is, isn't it?
No. Vriska and I were... I can't explain it. It's just not as simple as you're making it out to be.
Alright.
Besides, between us, things were always so...
Weird.
dramatic! And I think I've cosmically had my fill of dramatic black relationships for a long time. If I were ever to do Black Rom again, it would have to be low-key. You know, gentle teasing, vaguely antagonistic feeling jams. Someone who I could both torment and have an honest conversation with.
Well, when you put it that way, I guess maybe it doesn't sound so bad.
Thank you for your cultural sensitivity. I have high hopes for you, John Egbert. One day, I hope to be able to introduce you to friends and say, "This is John. He's not xenophobic."
Oh yeah? Well, one day I hope to introduce you to people and say, "Hi, this isn't Terezi. She isn't awful." I'm not swearing. I told you this. I made the promise.
Okay, I like that. As awful as learning that, Jade, Jake, and Gamzee,
We didn't learn that. That's not canon.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not canon.
No,
It's not
it's in this
canon.
route.
I hate it.
As
It's
long
not
as we are in this route, we are learning what is true within this route. That is
went all
true
together
within
now.
this route.
It's not canon.
We'll do that. We'll say that when we get to
It's
the end
not
of all the
canon.
of both the routes.
How I feel about this is like you're reading a really bad fan fiction, but you're in too deep to go back and stop.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, I've actually done that before. The only fanfic I ever read to completion that was more than one page was one of those.
I've read several like those because I was too interested to stop because they had like one good plot element and the rest was garbage.
Oh.
The way I see it is that whatever happened in Meat, Dirk was like, "Listen, fucking real quick, because I've got all the time in the fucking world, go back and see what would have happened if John hadn't fucking come this way. Because, let me tell you, you don't want that. And definitely not canon. P.S.
Yeah. It's not canon. Sorry, it's not. No, it's canon. Homestuck's not canon.
I'm giving that a 1.5 out of 2.
Don't you know Dirk is just the Joker of this universe?
Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
Yeah, he's the Joker baby or whatever. You know?
From where I'm sitting, I just heard a whole bunch of curse words fall out of your mouth. That was fucking disgusting. Jesus, Jesus.
It's like the SpongeBob thing where it's just a bunch of...
I just heard the dolphin, yeah. I just heard a dolphin. Jesus Christ, that's vulgar.
God, do you kiss your mother with that mouth?
Not from another state, no.
Oh my god. You know that bit where he's constantly talking about he's just the product of the society they live in?
We live in a society.
I don't know, could have been the Joker, could have been Dirk, I don't remember.
No, no. No. No, don't do it. I'm getting myself some water. Yeah, water. That's a cool human noise that humans usually make.
Human noise is.
Humans aren't canon.
No, not canon.
You're not canon.
Huh. Just fade out of reality.
It's like that famous line by Rene Descartes. You know, I think, oh wait, no, I'm not canon, and he just vanishes out of thin air.
All right. Who wants to do narration? Because I'm doing Kanaya, of course.
I will do it. 3 months later.
Wait, who's doing Rose?
I can do whatever you want, dude.
Alright then.
Whatever.
Okay.
I literally, for like the prologue, I was voice acting everything because Ranny prefers to just listen, and I was perfectly fine with reading everything.
Yeah, and I would also raise my voice a lot that day.
Okay.
And Ranny can give you the lowdown on how that was.
I always do text-to-speech for Rose.
No, it takes too
That's
much
true.
time to set up.
Does it really?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sorry.
The problem is that I have to copy paste the lines. That's what takes so long.
I wonder if there's something you can do where you can, like, select
Wait,
something.
we got Roxy in
right-click on
here
it.
too, I just noticed.
Well, obviously that's me.
Okay.
Everyone's here.
Everyone is here!
That's not true.
I mean, there's probably something you can download for Chrome where you can, like, select a bunch of words, right-click, and have it so it says all of it.
That would be really nice.
I mean, it'd be really awful. I think Rose is a good character, you know? You can desecrate her with the freaking Microsoft Stand.
So, okay, let's do this. 3 months later, John is still thinking about his last conversation with Terezi. It's kind of impossible not to, when Rose and Kanaya keep saying the name Vriska every 5 minutes.
It's like,
He really,
here.
he really thought they were done with hearing about Vriska all the time, but apparently Rose and Kanaya are intent on breathing new life into that tradition.
Vriska, don't chew on your chair's dinner tray.
Darling, she is only a grub. She hasn't yet grown her usual oral canals.
Yes, but I believe strongly that we should get in the habit of speaking to her like an adult. It will be good for her social development.
Is that how your mother raised you?
I would have loved it if my mother spoke more frankly with me, but she was, let's just say, a rather awkward person. No offense, Roxy.
Lamau, none taken. I can't even imagine all the ways I'd fuck up a kid in a timeline where I didn't sort out my drinking, TBH.
Oh, you weren't awful. I just have. How do you always put it, dear?
A penchant for melodrama. Well, yeah, your dad made sure he got some of himself in you.
I suppose he did.
That is... She talking about bro?
No, I think she's talking about John.
What? What? Mm-hmm.
I just don't like the way that was worded.
Because she's now married to John, so is she like.
I'm sorry. Hang on. What she just said was, your dad made sure he got some of himself in you.
Yeah. Which John
she
is the one who ectobiologized everyone.
Okay, no. She's obviously speaking about bro.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Alright then. Moving on. And then everyone in the room observes a moment of silence for their dear departed friend.
Yep, okay, that would have explained it.
Except for John, who takes advantage of the solemn distraction to anxiously tap at his phone. He'd sent Terezi a text an hour ago, when Roxy was fixing her makeup in her compact. He's not sure why he feels the need to hide the fact that he's talking to her. It's not like there's anything untoward about what he's doing, just texting an old friend. What's wrong with that? Nothing at all, he thinks, as he closely monitors his silent, praying wife, ready to stash the phone in his pocket the moment she shows the slightest sign of movement. She lifts her head to speak. He's like Houdini with that phone.
Damn, I still can't believe Dirk's gone, though.
Yes, it was so sudden. But the best we can do to honor him is simply to move on with our lives. I'm sure it's what he would have wanted.
Huh? Huh?
Sorry.
Huh?
John shoots Rhodes a weird look. She smiles back benignly, then goes to collect her troll daughter from the booster seat. She holds baby Vriska close to her chest and leans over to give Tanaya a kiss on the face. The precious grub is framed between them, and the two wives are ringed in a halo of pale light at the peak of this magical moment. It should be adorable, but something about it boils John's blood. Rose sits back down, cradles Vriska in one arm, and begins to unbutton the top of her shirt with the other. John instinctively finds something else to look at. Anything. His fidgeting hands will do.
Have you two thought about what to name your grubs? It's just one grub, lol. Oh, that's a relief. I've actually been very worried about your well-being considering how human grubs are born. Why? Well, don't they have to eat their way out of the womb?
Cannot.
It's what Carcat told me.
Carcat gets all his information on humanity from the movies, and Dave, which is even worse than the movies.
Been watching Alien.
Yeah.
Oh
Wait,
my god,
wait,
if babies
wait,
were born like that, that would be amazing.
Sure. Okay. Wait
I
a
want-
minute. What movies are they watching?
Nothing too graphically misleading, I suspect. I equally suspect that any time there's a human birthing moment on camera, Carcat probably turns away, too disgusted to watch, while Dave continues filing his ear with more lies about human biology. Filling his ear. Filing.
LOL.
Then I was given inaccurate information.
Yes.
Ew.
If that was true, how would our species have survived? We would have a 100% maternal mortality rate during childbirth.
Yes, I forgot how primitive medical technology was on your planet. Then how are humans born?
Use your head for a moment, darling.
Oh, I see.
Pee-pee.
Lamau.
Uh,
I'm sorry, John. All this girl talk must be making you uncomfortable.
can we change the subject to something less gross and weird?
Junebert. Sorry.
That's you.
Was.
So, is Vriska really the name you're going with?
Kanaya gives John an inquisitive, wide-eyed look, as if there could be no conceivable reason for someone to ask the question.
Yes, of course.
Why would we change her name when she's nearly a year old?
Well, it's not like it would hurt or anything. Didn't Kanaya just say she doesn't have ears yet?
OMG, John, don't be rude.
I'm not trying to be rude. I just think it's a little weird.
I don't see why. I mean, she is practically a clone of Vriska.
Yeah, Kanaya, I know. That's why it's weird.
I appreciate your concern, John, but it's not that weird to name a child after an important figure from your youth. What were you thinking of naming your own child?
John hesitates, adjusts his glasses for want of something to do with his hands. This is a conversation he's been dragging his heels on for months. Back when Roxy first got pregnant, it
Purgante.
was Perganimant. It was all they talked about. But now that she's so close to the due date, all the subject does is make his pulse go shaky.
No.
Harry Anderson Egbert.
Roxy, we hadn't. I mean, I didn't think we were decided on that.
I don't know, you seem pretty set on it.
He was. What's bugging him about it is that Roxy didn't seem to have any suggestions of her own. Rose stops breastfeeding Vriska and hands her on.
I just needed a moment to scream that is a real line that is on Homestuck.com.
Owned by Viz Media.
Why would she need to? She isn't even lactating, is she? What the fuck?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
Oh,
Like,
no,
it doesn't
like-
make any sense.
She comes to sit beside John, setting a hand on his knee. Wait, she didn't button up her shirt. Oh no!
Wasn't that the guy from Night Court?
Yeah. Which was,
A show that reminds you of your father.
Ooh.
I think that in this new world we've created, it's important to carry the torch of what we've left behind us. We must name the next generation for the fallen heroes that we admire.
then frickin' name him Dad. Wait, we admire Vriska now?
It's true that Vriska was a controversial controversial figure even at the best of times, but she did defeat Lord English John. Did she?
No, she didn't! Ah! Okay. This remark seems to cure John of his shaky pulse problem, if only because for a moment his heart seems to stop beating altogether. It shocks him in a way that causes him to feel the planet turning under his feet. He whips his head to look at Rose intently. She seems alert, her gaze is precise, doesn't seem ill or off, or confused at all.
No, she didn't. Vriska didn't defeat Lord English.
Rose doesn't say anything. No one says anything.
Rose, no one knows what happened to Lord English.
Of course we do. Vriska used the Juju and her accompanying ghost army to defeat him. Why else would we be here?
I don't think that's what actually happened, though.
Then what did happen, John?
I just said, no one knows. Rose, come on. You're the only one who told me all this.
I told you what?
About a year ago, you were feeling bad and asked me to come over. And you gave me this big speech about canon and being like outside canon and not canon. And other stuff like timelines and fate and my anime dreams.
That's all in the past, John. Everything worked out in the end. Why are you getting so upset about this?
You gave me a list of instructions and told me that I had to use my retcon powers to go back to do a very specific point in time to defeat Lord English when he was still just a kid. And you told me that I had to do this to validate the sequence of reality, but I didn't. I was all ready to go. I thought I was going to die, honestly, but then you.
Sorry. John swivels around to point a finger at his wife. It comes across as more accusatory than he meant it to be.
Roxy, you and Calliope told me that I had a choice, and I made my choice, which is why I ended up staying. But did it really all work out in the end? If I didn't stop Lord English, then are we even really here at all?
The three gals in the room exchange a series of concerned glances. Do they truly think he's crazy? Are they hiding something from him? John can feel himself trembling. Not possible that he's remembering this wrong, is it? It can't be. If he presses his eyes shut, he can still see the lines of the black hole cracking space around him. It seemed like such a big deal at the time, and then suddenly it felt like nothing at all. Why? Roxy leans over and sets a cool hand on John's forehead.
You doing okay there, babe?
I'm fine.
You're the one's not doing okay, he nearly shouts, but then realizes it's just going to make him sound crazier than he already looks. He brushes Roxy's hand away and stands abruptly, looking woozy and sweating at the temple. His skin is tight and clammy, too hot and too cold all at once.
I just need some fresh air.
Want me to come with you?
No. I mean, no. I need a moment alone. I think I'm just having those, new dad jitters. Yeah, that must be it.
Oh, of course, that makes sense. Take care of yourself, hon.
John grabs his coat and sprints out of the hive. He vaults into the air and follows the breeze up, coasting over the tree line and out of the troll suburb that Kanaya and Rose have made their home in. Furiously, he begins typing on his phone.
Terezi, I know that you've got important stuff to do out there in Paradox Space, but I really need to hear from you. On my side, it's been months since we last talked, and I can't figure out if it's because I said something wrong or if it's because something terrible happened to you. Things here on Earth are,
John shuts his eyes for a moment and takes a deep breath. The breeze that rattles over the forest seems foul somehow. Stale, like air that's been recycled multiple times over.
they're not great. I mean, on the surface, everything is fantastic. Everyone's so happy, and it finally seems like they're making real progress as adults. But at the same time, everyone is also acting crazy. I feel like I'm the only sane person left in this entire universe. I'm the only one who seems to care about anything. I mean, care about anything bigger. Bigger than, like, what to name a baby, or who's stuck in a terrible relationship with who. Oh my god, this is probably sounds so pathetic. Terezi, I'm seriously pathetic. It's so selfish of me to be messaging you at all. I've got a beautiful wife who loves me. It's not enough. I can't even talk to her about what we're going to name our stupid kid without it turning into some weird thing which just goes along with whatever I want. Even when all I want is for her to want something different than what I want. Okay, wait. I take that back. Our kid's not stupid. Well, okay, he hasn't been born yet, so maybe he'll turn out to be stupid anyways. What do I know? Anyways, the point is, I'm just popping off on random things at people who don't deserve it, because I'm really upset right now. Not at anyone in particular, probably just at myself. Like, wow, can you believe how awful I'm being right now? Could you be dead? You could be dead for all I know, and yet I'm begging for your attention, even though my life is perfect. But I don't know who else I can talk to. Even Rose is acting weird all of a sudden. I guess what I'm trying to say is, you're the only thing that still makes sense to Terezi. Right now, I just really need you. Please come make some sense of me.
John notices his fingers are shaking. He makes a conscious effort to keep them still and exhales. Come make some sense at me. Good lord. He's got to pull together. Before he blurts out something really embarrassing, he braces himself, as if splashing an imaginary glass of cold water in his own face, and reminds himself once again that he has a wonderful life, a perfect life. He's happy. God damn it. He's about to pocket his phone when he catches some movement at the bottom corner of the screen. It's an indication that someone is typing. Stops breathing until the text actually appears.
Okay, loser. Tell me what happened this time.
Alright, so that wasn't the worst thing I've ever read, but it also had the phrase,
Oh no!
let me just, oh, wrong thing. It also had this phrase right here, so I'm gonna have to give this a negative 20 out of 2.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one, because, dear God, that line's horrible.
I really don't have a choice. It just sucks. I don't have a choice in the matter. I have to read it poorly.
Montruk and having a mental breakdown is a different.
Just gonna
Yeah,
screenshot that.
Oh, by the way, June, I had
Yeah.
to look up the final Joker speech, just to see how similar it'd be, at least to you, to what Dirk says. So I'm just gonna read what Joker says and tell me how similar it sounds to Dirk.
Okay.
Have you seen what it's like out there, Murray? Do you even actually leave the studio?
I'm so mad.
Everybody just yells and screams at each other. Nobody.
I'm so mad. I've seen Joker 3
Other
times.
guy. You think men like Thomas Wayne ever? Hold on. Let me.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. The difference between Alt Dirk and Joker is that Joker is not doing anything, like, he's not trying to do anything. He doesn't have any purpose behind what he's doing. Meanwhile, Dirk thinks that he's got this big master plan. I've watched the movie 3 goddamn times. The man has no plan. He's just doing what interests himself. Meanwhile, Dirk has this whole master plan.
Dirk is still doing what interests himself, though.
Yeah, but he's also he's doing it for this master plan that he's justified in his own head as being the objectively correct thing to follow.
How does that not describe Joker?
Joker doesn't come up with the plan.
How did
he just fucking kills some guys on the subway because they're being mean to him.
No, not at first. But then after it all, when he's fucking dressed up and ready to go to the Murray show, he was actually planning on what looked like to be him, like, offing himself.
No, that's exactly what it was. He rehearsed that shit.
He went there with a plan, and, you know, it went a little off script. if that's how you can describe what happened. But yeah, I can totally see some similarities between the two, though.
Look, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like this comparison.
What if we replaced Murray with, let's see, somebody who would question him, like Dave, or maybe John? Like, we need somebody. Give me a name for Murray.
It wouldn't. The thing is that nothing like that happens. As far as I know.
I know that, but I'm saying.
I mean, if anything, Gamzee, because he was there before he went to do it.
No, hang on.
No,
Remember, in Candy, the immediate thing that they say, all right, you picked Candy, why don't we go revive Gamzee? Remember that guy? Let's go do that. Why do you think I was so surprised when they... I wasn't surprised, but I was horrified when I found out they were bringing back Gamzee.
So I've never seen the Joker. So you're saying that the Joker means nothing or something?
The Joker did not have any intent behind his plan, other than the fact that these Wall Street guys were being assholes to him on the subway.
Well, not initially. No, they were.
I'm never gonna see it.
They were.
Yeah, but we're streaming, so.
They were sexually harassing a lady on the subway.
I wouldn't say sexually, but they were definitely harassing her.
Harassing her, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those squares and rectangles things.
Okay. So Have you
Oh.
seen what it's like out there, hussy? Do you ever actually leave
Oh
your
my
bedroom?
god, I'm
Everybody
so
just
fucking
yells and
mad.
screams at each
How
other.
dare you?
Nobody's civil anymore.
You come into my
You think
home.
what it's like to be the other guy. You think men like John Egbert ever think what it's like to be a guy like me? To be anybody but themselves? They don't. They think we'll all just sit there and take it, like good little boys, that we won't go wild. Well, this is for all of you out there. Hussy, so much self-pity, Dirk. You sound like you're making excuses for killing 3 young men. Not everybody's awful. Dirk, you're awful, hussy. There's no more laughter. The audience is watching this exchange with full attention. Hussy, me? How am I awful? Dirk, playing my video, inviting me on the show. You just wanted to make fun of me. You're just like the rest of them, hussy. Everything comes too easy for you. Hussy, on the spot defensive. You don't know the first thing about me, pal. Look what happened because of what you did.
$4.2 billion. $4.2 billion. Remember? The Kickstarter, $4.2 billion. Everything comes so easy for you. No,
It wasn't $1 billion.
wasn't it? Oh, it was million. It was
$1
million.
billion. It is $1 billion in the game.
Jesus Christ. The thing is that I'm still mad about the Odd Gentleman.
You don't know the first thing about me, pal. Look what happened because of what you did, what it led to. There are riots out there. 2 policemen are in critical condition. Someone was killed today.
Oh my
Dirk.
God, cat, get the
How about
fuck
another
out.
joke, hussy? Hussy. No, I think we've had enough of your jokes. Dirk.
How
What do you
about,
get
how
when
about
you
another
trust
joke,
a
Dirk?
mentally ill loner with a system that abandons him and treats him like trash? I'll tell you what you get. You get what you fucking deserve.
Okay, we're done with this bit. We're done with this bit. It was stupid.
It wasn't that stupid.
Yes, it was. I love you very much, but it was stupid.
Otto, I need a second opinion.
Yeah, what?
Was it stupid?
Oh no.
Was it a stupid comparison? Did it make no sense?
I
It did
mean,
not make any sense.
it did not make any sense, but it was funny.
Okay. That's all it needed to be, was funny.
Yeah, I was listening and it was very funny. Thank you. We got the whole squad laughing. We got the whole service laughing.
Damn, bro, you got the whole squad laughing.
Mostly just Roxy screaming.
I wasn't even screaming. I was just talking at you that I was upset.
You were just saying words in a slightly raised tone.
Okay.
Alright. We are on 18. There's Jane. Alright, so Octo, you're Jane.
Wait, what? Who's doing Gamzee?
Ooh.
I'll do Gamzee. It'll kill me, but I'll do it.
Okay.
Hadron, you want to do narration?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Like, do you guys set up all the voices? Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
I didn't look at all of them, but
I mean, there's
I
Jane,
think
there's
it's just Jade.
Jade.
Oh wait, there's
Oh,
Jade.
Jade's there. Jade's there. I saw green.
and so is
No,
Jake.
that was Jake.
There's Jake.
No,
Oh, that was Jake?
and Jake are there.
Well-
Jade
Oh
and-
yeah, Jade and Jake. Oh.
And they talk together, so it's all different colors of green. Oh god.
Oh, it's a forest.
Oh
Fuck.
man.
Well, we'll figure it out. You can do
Okay.
Jade, yeah.
Alright. Alright. Jane may have stepped away from her pursuit of public office, but it's important for any educated businesswoman to stay abreast of the political goings-on of her nation. She keeps close watch on the political landscape. She's got people with eyes on every newspaper and website on Earthsea, but she likes to watch the human news herself. It's just such a delightfully adult thing to do, she thinks, as she spreads out luxuriously in front of her television. She remembers her father doing the same all the time. Well, without the luxurious silk robe and 80-inch TV screen.
I admit, I had second thoughts about calling off my presidential bid after what happened with Dirk. But you know what? I'm surprised to say that this administration isn't too shabby after all. I was really worried that one of the candidates would naively roll back the troll population control ordinances once Kanaya got the Mother Grub up and running, but they're taking a really hard line on this.
Gamzee, as ever, stands by Jane's side, assisting her as she jots down notes about the political events of the day. When she asks for a fresh pen, he fishes one out of his codpiece and hands it to her, but he looks uncharacteristically disquieted.
Whoa. Are you really all up in supporting that sticky shiz, my woman?
Excuse me? That what?
It looks to me like the human man is trying to keep my people down, all discriminatorily and such.
Jane chuckles at Gamzee's jape, but the strange expression persists on his clownish face.
This be wicked serious, boo. Y'all really down with the subjugulating my ninjas?
Jane scoffs. The downside of taking notes by hand is that one wrist is bound to get a bit sore, and it's left her short on patience for the tiresome ordeal of explaining the basic functioning of a political system to an ignorant professor.
Gamzee, please. I'm not down with doing anything of that sort. Some of my best friends are trolls. I have no ill will towards trolls at all, and I want them to have the same opportunities and
I'm not letting this love song play during this fucking scene.
Or carapace.
It's playing How Do I Live, Bunny in the Box edition.
Oh my god.
I had to change it.
Change it. I don't want Michael Bowman music to be playing. Come on.
But there are certain measures that are, realistically speaking, necessary in order to assure that these opportunities and privileges remain equivalent across the board.
But breeding control? I don't know, man. Doesn't seem to keep it in the spirit of tolerance and equality and all that, man.
Gamzee, you just don't get it. It's not about equality. It's about equity.
Yeah, I don't follow. Honk.
You see, in a system of equality, every individual is dealt exactly the same hand. Maybe this is an analogy you would understand. What if we lived in a world where there were only one size of shoe? That would be perfectly equal if everyone had equal access to that shoe. But what if but would it suit everyone? Could everyone put on that one size of shoe and receive an equivalent level of support and comfort?
I don't know, man. As long as it's a big ol' shoe, it might be alright, man.
Flash. Jane has to pause to huff inspiration.
To be fair, that's a very good point in terms of,
Yeah.
you know.
If everyone gets a giant ass shoe.
I hate when the person that dislikes is a good point.
No, Gamzee. Everyone needs shoes that fit the size of their feet. You need to make equally sized shoes for unequally sized feet.
Oh, word? I ain't know all about that boo-boo, but if you say it's true...
Yes, it's true. It's the same with building laws that are conducive to a functioning, equitable society. Some people are simply born into positions that confer upon them certain advantages, and it is the job of the government to ensure the people who are less fortunate can be lifted up, as it were, to match their luckier peers. We must offer greater assistance to some classes of people than others to ensure that equity, such in the case with natural troll and human birth rates.
So, you saying you need different shoes for your human dicks and whatnot?
Precisely. The reintroduction of the mother grub changes everything. Trolls and humans don't have an identical birth rate. It's a fundamental biological fact that natural troll reproduction is much faster than humans. It's a matter of evolution and society. You know this, Gamzee. I'm like slowly shifting the fucking accent. You know this, Gamzee. Your people evolved in harsh, unforgiving world where the slightest misstep could lead to death. And like any animal would, your biology adapted to the circumstances. Your mother grubs have the capacity to produce an unimaginable quantity of eggs at a time to ensure that at least a few can survive to reproductive age. And I understand that in the context of Alternian society, that worked great, because the mortality rate was so high. Only a manageable number of individuals were able to make it to adulthood. But we have a peaceful society now, with benevolent caretakers and fair laws. No young troll is at danger of being killed by monstrous fauna. No one will be culled for being too weak. But that doesn't change your biology. So what does that mean for the troll population? It would spiral out of control within a matter of generations. It would come to outnumber humans at a factor of thousands, millions to one. The infrastructure would not be able to keep pace. The economy would be completely destabilized. The market would be flooded with thousands of trolls who wouldn't be able to find jobs and places to live. Not to mention the issue of your lifespans. Some of you will live for hundreds, thousands of years. And honestly, speaking of biology, I'm not sure if we were to loosen population controls right now, that your people have, how to say, well, let's just say I think it would be irresponsible to gamble on whether or not the natural Eternian order will reassert itself in such a troll-dominated society. Maybe in 100, 200 years, when you've proven, and I believe you will, I really do, but when you've proven that you can coexist in a harmonious society with natural breeding, it might not matter so much exactly how many trolls there are than humans.
Wait, didn't we all up and jump forward so we got 2314 sweeps history somewhat?
With artificial breeding.
I don't know, babe. This is all starting to sound a little xenophobic.
Xenophobic?
Jane narrows her eyes at the disingenuous "who." This is not the first time she has had a conversation like this with him by any stretch of the imagination. Not even someone as willfully loathsome as Makara could be this dense. What's more likely is he's attempting to get a rise from her, to get her a little hotter under the collar, to put her in a certain mood.
Oh no.
I
I just explained it's essential that these regulations remain in place so that the human and troll populations can remain proportionate. It isn't as if this is an issue comparable to racism within a single species, a phenomenon rooted solely in spurious cultural stereotypes, junk science, and knee-jerk bigotry. There are objectively real and quantifiable biological and behavioral differences between our species, which absolutely must be accounted for together, where no species holds any advantage over another. I'm trying to prevent xenophobia.
I may just be a simple motherfucking clown, not all knowledge learned about the intricacies of human economics and interspecies diplomacy, honk. But all that political pontificating you just slammed down into my think pan. Can't help but think it feels a little like the bleatings of a bitch what's about to get all up and cancelled.
Cancelled?
On Twitter.com.
Tumblr.biz. On Pinterest.business. And just like that, she falls right into his trap. There's no turning back now. The salacious ritual is imminent.
Oh god. Excuse me, I'm sorry, cancelled. Are you even hearing yourself? Who in this world gave a literal insect in clown face like you the authority to be cancelling anybody?
I'm sorry. We need to talk about this.
What are we talking about?
I'm sharing my screen.
This is horrible.
Why? What does she mean by this?
What, clown face?
Insect in clown face. What does this mean?
Because he's a grub at first as a baby. So he's an insect.
No, does this mean there are natural born clowns and he is simply appropriating clown culture? Because that would be like a huge
Clown face as if it was like a race thing.
I mean, is that not what she's going for? That certainly sounds like it's what she's going for.
I think you're reading into the text a bit.
I think you're not.
I mean, I don't know. They just had the fucking gall to have Gamzee say somebody's gonna get canceled. I think I can read whatever I want because I don't think they're going for anything good.
Look, we know this is about to turn sexual, so let's just get it over with.
Just say wow honk already.
Wow.
Oh, forgive me if I'm a bit nettled to hear a drug addict clown who murdered half of his friends tell me that I, Jane Crocker, am cancelled.
Hey, you know, that's a little insensitive. Addiction is a disease, and I can't rightly help that my Lucis was never around to teach me right from wrong.
Yes, we've all heard your sob story, Gam.
But I done gone and repented. Now, my tall, frosty mamacita,
Oh my god!
I'm a righteous man. And all I ever been trying to do is to get you right too. With morals and goodness all filled up inside you as tight as your tasty hoe balloons are with human moo juice. Maybe what we need is a little communion. My wicked suckle sister, flesh to motherfucking flesh. Bring those humongous bazongas over here.
Those hands off me!
Bazinga.
Come on, mama. Just a little honk to make it all better.
No, I'd rather die than touch your disgusting clown baton ever again.
You say that every time, my big busty babe. Make some motherfucker start to think it's some more of that political doublespeak of yours, my fine Dairy Queen.
Ugh!
In
You
spite
know
of
what?
Jane's protests, Gamzee makes a desperate play for a lusty squeeze. Jane puts up a valiant show of resistance, but Gamzee knows she has no real intent of fighting him off. It's all part of the kismetic dance. He has his big clown mitts right on her busty bags, honking away. As soon as Jane starts screaming, the baby does too. Jake, sitting approximately 6 feet away, bounces the infant a little to calm him down.
Oh my god!
I say, would you mind keeping it down for Tavros? He was sleeping, and to be honest, I think things here are getting a little blue for a baby.
Not canon!
Tavros. Friska.
Not canon!
Tavros. Friska.
Not
Tavros. Friska. Tavros. Friska. Tavros.
I'm very
It's like
glad
Harry
that
Potter names, naming your person after him.
Don't forget Harry Anderson.
You know,
Very
I'm very
innocent.
glad I'm going to therapy tomorrow. I can take the time to just have her erase this shit from my memory.
Fuck, take me with you.
No.
It's only for me.
They have like a memory
Nice.
box, like stick thing, like you can and then freaking erase your memory. 'Cause I need that. I need it.
Alright. Let's just get this over with.
Jane and Gamzee break apart at once. It's like she'd forgotten that Jake was there at all. She scrambles to cover herself properly the moment his voice cuts through the dim of sloppy, moist honking.
Jake, darling, don't worry. There's plenty of attention to go around, my love. Would you care to join us?
It's okay. I think it's time for Tavros to be fed anyway. Why don't I just take a bottle and get him out of here so you two can...
Oh, yes, Gamzee. Get him a bottle, won't you?
Jake, who had been sitting on the other side of his arms, remains stiff with the squalling infant as he waits for Gamzee to carry out his commanded task. The clown bends over revoltingly in front of the couch, full of rum strained against his plush purple briefs, as if daring Jake to look away. And he can't. Jake stares transfixed into the full moon of the clown's buttocks, appearing virtually shrink-wrapped by the moist fabric, as Gamzee slowly descends, fingers trailing down the entire length of his leg. His codpiece bobs between his spread thighs as he grasps the ball of milk that had been knocked to the ground in the fracas. Then he snaps right back up with a honk that nearly makes Jake rocket out of his seat. Jake's heart is racing so hard he loses focus. He doesn't notice that Gamzee is offering him the ball until Jane's angry voice wrenches him back to his senses.
Gamzee, that's been on the ground. Get him a clean one.
Gamzee shrugs and squirrels away the half-spilled bottle in his codpiece. He walks off and returns with a fresh bottle from the fridge and hands it over to Jake.
Haha, thanks. I'll just be going now. See ya.
Jake snatches the bottle from Gamzee's hand and all but flees the room in as brisk a walk as he can manage. Baby Tavros calms down as soon as the rubber nipple is in his mouth. But no matter how far Jake walks down the long corridors, precious funks echo through the halls like the wails of a dolorous ghost. Nowhere is truly safe. Every little noise emanating from that cursed living room. You're right. Shoots through Jake's skull like a gunshot. As Jake gently bounces the baby in one arm, he takes out his phone to text an old friend.
Jade, are you there?
Yep.
What's up? Oh fuck, that's you. I think I need to turn off my dark mode for this. It's painful, I know, but please, let's get through it.
Yep. What's up?
Can we call?
Sure, Jake.
Jade has started up a voice call before Jake can even move to do it himself. It's such a relief to hear her voice. It's something to focus on besides the, do I have to read these?
Yes, you do.
Honk, 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 honk. Hoo, hoo, hoo. This little piggy went to the dark carnival.
Okay, your
No,
turn.
no, you gotta let him.
Yeah,
got
right. Oh! Huh. Jake winces. I literally just turn around and do that.
Okay.
The walls reverberate better.
Okay, I'm good now. Jake, it's been a while since you called. Is everything okay?
Wait. Oh.
You.
Yep, just hunky-dory over here. You know how it is. Love, my lady, and baby, and all that.
Honk. 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 Hoo. This little piggy went to the dark carnival. Honk. 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 The sound of his wife's rapturous howling unmoors the last of Jake's composure. He staggers, threatening to spill the soft little Tavros on his soft little head, killing him forever. It's not safe to stand. So Jake shuts himself into the first empty room he comes across and lets himself slide to the ground.
Anyway, what's up with you? How's life with Dave Cat going?
Oh, it's great. I'm really glad I just went for it. All of us together, it really is the best of every world. To be honest, I've never really felt like I was cut out for monogamy, you know? It seems silly to even contemplate keeping all my love for only one person now. I've never really believed a person ever runs out.
That's great to hear.
Speaking of, how are things going with you and Jane and, Gamzee?
Well, it's not so much like that for me, really. Gamzee is more Janie's side piece, you know? I'm not really... Well, enough about that. Have you been thinking of your plans for the future?
What do you mean?
Like, you know, starting a family and such? No, really, you have been together a while now. You haven't put any thoughts into the next step? You and Dave would have some real gangbuster babies, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Sorry, can you say that again? You cut out.
I'm sure that we would, but,
What?
well,
Not ready for it yet?
that's not really it.
Oh
I'd
no.
love to have a baby.
Oh, fuck this.
I mean,
Oh,
everybody's.
fuck this.
I won't pretend I'm not a little jealous, but I don't think it's gonna happen with me and Dave. Oh no.
What?
No,
What?
no,
Why
no.
not? If you want, I can get that whippersnapper talking to. Get him to really man up and accept responsibility.
No, it's nothing Dave is doing. It's me.
Oh.
Huh?
There's no way me and Dave could have a regular baby together because I'm.
What's wrong?
Well, let's just say after all the sperm stuff, it's done some things to my body. Like merging with Beck mostly.
Have you been trying? Okay. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
I can
What
be
do you
outright and say I'm not good. So
What do you
are
think? What do you think your dog genes or whatever are keeping? What do you think your dog genes or whatever are keeping you from getting pregnant?
Not my genes exactly.
I'm good. I'm good.
Specific.
Would that rule out a union of biological sort?
I guess not, but I don't think any of us are really interested in having a kid with ectobiology. It just feels, well, I think we've had enough of ectobiology for one lifetime.
Fair enough.
I thought about asking Rose to help us, but that's so much to ask.
What, like as a surrogate? To have her carry the child for you in her womb?
Yeah, something like that.
Goodness, have you mentioned this to her?
Yes, we've talked a little about it.
What did she say?
I don't know, it's a tricky subject. She didn't say no, just that there was stuff to think about.
So just so we're clarifying here, this chapter has regrettably confirmed Sis Jade and Sis Rose. This sucks. Candy is just sis stuck. I see, but I might be missing something.
What?
Well, Dave is Rose's brother, right?
Oh god.
You're lying?
Sorry, you cut out for me. Fuck, where were we? Shit, okay, I see it. Yeah?
So if he supplied the fatherhood material, wouldn't that be...
Lol.
What? What did I say?
No, Jake, Dave wouldn't be the father in this scenario.
Oh! Cockhead then.
Oh my god!
Wait, no,
Oh
I'm
my God,
confused
get
again. Aren't there biological compatibility issues there? I mean with natural birth and not the ecto what's-it machine.
I hate this. I really fucking hate this. No, Carcat wouldn't be the dad either.
What?
LMAO, don't worry about it, Jake. Look, I gotta go, okay? It was nice talking to you.
No, please don't.
Huh?
Don't go, please.
Jake, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. It's just... Never mind.
If there's something wrong, please tell me. I'm here for you, you know that, right?
There's nothing wrong. Sorry, I'm just... I feel like we have been drifting apart lately is all. Because we're all so busy with our new lives and such. I just wanted to talk to you like the old times. But I won't hold you up if you've got places to be.
Jake?
It's okay, Jade. I'll be okay.
Okay. I really do have to go, I'm sorry. I'll talk to you again soon, okay, Jake? I'll call you.
Okay, thank you, Jade. I'm sorry.
Okay. Bye.
Jade hangs up. Jake releases a rattling sigh. Honk. 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 Honk.
Let's give it a... I'm giving that shit a -2.
So just to clarify, Jade has a dog dick.
Yeah.
By the way, according to...
Nuclear rocket in this case.
According to how this shit works, this would not change anything in me. That means that these things that are being retroactively confirmed here are technically still true in the other timeline because it sucks. It sucks. It sucks.
Yeah. I agree.
This is...
Yep. Fucking yep.
Yeah.
So my review. Sis Rose and Sis Jade confirmed hard. Also clown sex. God, this sucks so fucking much. -2 out of 2.
say that's a fair score.
Jesus Christ.
How many chapters did you say there were? I forgot.
There are about 40 in each.
It's not too bad.
So it's total of
We're
around
basically
80.
about to be halfway through.
Halfway through one of them.
Yeah, no. I got
Which
that
means
right.
a fourth of the way through. Well, actually, in terms of
No,
the
I just
stream,
care
I
about
will be
where
halfway
the
through
dog
about.
is. Shit's gonna
Different
end.
sections. We're about halfway through one section.
Yeah.
All right then. How cute do you
I'm
guys
actually
think of
I'm actually gonna go take a piss. I'll be right back.
All right, intermission.
Alright.
I shouldn't have deleted the piss break layers. That would have been really funny if I kept those and
you should've
reactivated
kept
them right
this
now.
break. Why did you delete it? What's wrong with you?
I didn't think I'd ever have an opportunity for it again.
Piss break.
You always it's a natural function in your lifetime, and the chances of
I
you
just-
peeing during a stream, like,
Especially
lot.
if it's a long stream. Yeah.
Okay, well, speaking of streams,
Uh-huh.
you got to the cannon dog cock.
get it like a piss stream?
Oh.
That was the joke. Tell her not quite, but basically.
But this explains why she's horny. In better context
Yeah.
Why?
than just the fact that she's a dog, because from what I've seen, male dogs are way fucking hornier than female dogs. Like, honestly, if you even have a stuffed animal, they
No,
will
I-
hump a stuffed animal.
Like, I regularly, when I volunteered in an animal shelter, I had a dog that I would always visit, and he would hump my shoulder regularly.
Say it with me, everyone. Just because it makes sense doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Just because it makes sense doesn't mean it's good writing.
No, it's just a fact.
Alright, then let's continue this.
Also, Sky, I don't know if you're in the stream chat, but this fucking this fan person you made looks fucking epic.
I don't think they are. I think they just saw that you posted the review.
no one's chatting.
Okay.
Alright, then. I got the Jade bits.
I forgot to turn off NordVPN before streaming, so my Twitch chat has been auto-refreshing this entire time.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's. Goodbye.
But the like, it still works. We're still live. I'm on the page, and I can confirm that we're continually live.
Yeah, no, I can see that too. I have been
Alright,
watching
so
I don't
I guess we're going. I'll be Dave, and
I got the hornery.
then Hadron, you want to do narration?
Yeah, I'll do narration.
Alright.
Alright then. How cute do you guys think John's baby is going to be? Like on a scale of 1 to 11.
Jade rolls over and nuzzles herself into the crook of Dave's armpit, taking Karkat's hand with her. It's slung over her stomach. Dave doesn't stop scrolling on his phone. His face is a kaleidoscope of neon, lit from beneath by the alternative mushrooms that flare up at night with a sick green bioluminescence, and from above by the soft glow of his social media accounts.
I don't know. I still haven't come to terms with the fact that John's gonna be a dad.
You don't think that he'll be a good dad?
I didn't say that, but okay, since you asked. I mean, think about it. If you were gonna rank us in order of maturity based on all the years we've known each other, about where would you put John?
Karkat, lazily munching on a chocolate beetle, taps his foot against the picnic basket. Jade moves his hand so that it's resting softly on the line of exposed skin above her skirt, where her tank top is riding up. He seems not to notice. Instead, he's seriously considering Dave's question. He picks a leg off one of his beetles and flicks it over to Jade so that it lands on Dave's forehead.
Below me, but above you.
Yeah, exactly. Now he's all married and pregnant. He's got a mustache.
I'm still not over the fucking mustache.
Why not? He looks so good.
Yeah, he looks disturbingly good. I almost can't talk to him anymore. It looks so good.
Oh.
Jesus, Jade, don't fucking read into it. A bro can appreciate how attractive his bro has become and maybe get a little breathless at the sight of his chiseled jawline and manly facial hair without being gay about it. I've just been thinking lately, every time I see him, that he's... Okay, don't make fun of me for saying this, but it's like, John's a man. Not a lowercase m man, but a fully grown up, legit fucking dude with a leather briefcase and a suit that he only wears on special occasions.
Pretty fucked up.
I know, right?
How do you say a capital word in clever? Jade pokes a finger into Dave's chin, sliding it up his jawline so it puckers his mouth into a pout. It's a pretty cute thing to do, if extremely immature. This might be the point Dave was trying to make. They're all still kind of immature. Jade doesn't pick up on the obvious subtext in the conversation, however, because she's been willfully and undermining the subtext in her own personal life for nearly a year now.
Well, I've actually been thinking lately about how since Rose and Kanaya had a kid, and Jane and Jake had a kid, and John and Roxy are gonna have a kid, what would you think if maybe we had kids?
What? Who? You and Dave?
You saw what just fucking... what just showed up on the fucking stream. I didn't mean to put that on the stream.
From it, but Big Chung is still. Wait, Spirit let it run from it. Big Chung is still alive.
I'm so sorry for that. I'm so sorry for that. Holy shit.
Hold on, no. One of my boyfriend needs to see this. So I'm just gonna send this to him.
Okay. I didn't think it would show up on that browser. I thought it would show up on the other one.
Karkat starts laughing at this. Jade flicks him in the forehead.
No, stupid. All three of us. What? Look, I know there are issues to sort out in terms of feasibility, but I think there are a lot of options to consider. Maybe someone can help us out, like someone we know, or I don't know. What about adoption? That could be cute. Adopting a little grub, aw, or a human. Whatever. I'm not picky.
Is fucking right. Jade, don't you read the newspapers? The new administration is cracking down on certain kinds of interspecies adoption laws. If you're so intent on it being the three of us, we literally will not be able to adopt a human child because the human administration is afraid that I don't know, tear into it and feast on its organs. And in that kind of political climate, well, I'm not sure it's a world I'd want to raise a troll child in right now.
Joke's on them. I've never seen you tear into anything more complicated than a microwave dinner.
I know, right?
I mean, on the other hand, if we adopt a kid young enough, it would totally fit in the microwave.
What the fuck, Dave? I'm not gonna eat the theoretical baby.
Dave puts away his phone and rolls up so that he's raised on his elbow. He meets Karkat's gaze over the rise of Jade's chest and smiles at him.
Yeah, dude, I know. You're probably like closet dad of the fucking year, just waiting for your moment to shine. I bet you'd whine and complain about getting a kid till we accidentally brought Junior home. We actually brought Junior home. The moment you saw his chubby little cheeks, your face would light right up.
Oh, I can can imagine the look on Carcat's face right now.
Yeah, you know exactly the one. Like how he looks when when his hot pocket finishes cooking in the microwave, which he understands is an instrument of food preparation and not some sort of grim infant warming device.
Why did you have to bring it back to the microwave?
Oh, because I had more jokes to make about the subject.
Of course. God forbid, Jane and I are not forced to listen to every letter of your morbid internal dialogue.
Whatever, you love it. Anyway, on the baby in the microwave front,
God!
I'd be more worried about me being the one who do the dead deed, so to speak. I mean, it's not like I've got a great demonstrative background in child rearing or anything. Considering all the places I got left as a kid, I wouldn't be surprised if I just put our baby in the toaster by accident or something. Like, if you tally up the amount of hours I spent locked in the fridge compared to the amount of hours I spent in the American school system learning how to be normal and do polynomials, just saying it looks dire.
Dave's staring into the distance like a stopped clock, or at the very least like a dude who's been locked in the fridge more than once in his life. Jane and Karka exchange a private look they've also given each other more than once in Dave's presence.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna stick to Hot Pockets, I think.
Dave, you
gonna raise a hot
really
pocket?
think you'd make that bad of a father? Even with me and Carcat helping you?
And don't take this personally, but I'm an evidence-based hypothesis kind of guy, and so far three-way relationships in our friend group attempting parenthood, the record ain't looking so fucking good. Just saying, a clown, a fascist, and a male sex icon walk into a bar sounds like the start of a bad but funny joke. But when it's the start of a family, that's when it gets a bit less funny to me, unless it's Family Guy. Poor little dude's gonna be fucked up.
Oh, come on, Dave. That Rose is a cute kid.
Sure, he is now.
The moment cognitive function starts firing off in that kid's head, he's gonna be scarred for life.
We don't know that.
Jade, I know Jake's like your bestie, and also your grandfather, and also kinda your grandson. Oh, also your fucking dad, I guess. But his relationship is bad.
Hey, that's not necessarily true.
You're right. It's not fucking true. Dave's just being gentle here to spare your feelings. His relationship is not merely bad. His relationship is a flaming wreck of an interstellar warship hurtling towards the planet at terminal velocity with the entire crew brutally slaughtered upon re-entry, shoved straight down the Chargrin tunnel and then immediately shed out the other side, thus flooding the entire fucking neighborhood when it clogs up the load gaper.
Jade sits up and wraps her arms around her knees. Her ears go flat as she chews her lip.
It's not like I don't know that. John never shuts up about it. I mean, he and Jane used to be close back when we all first met, but last time I talked to John, he accused her of raping Jake.
Oh shit.
I mean, I told you
You
I got
don't
those-
No,
Fucking
that's the line. That's the line.
You don't fucking say.
It's
Wait,
not like
did
I
you-
don't worry about Jake, but come on. We're all adults. What am I supposed to do? Show up at his window dressed like the Blue Fairy and whisk him away from his terrible life? Maybe that would work for a few days, but one thing I learned from dating around a lot in my youth is that no one's going to leave a bad relationship until it's their idea to leave.
Who the fuck were you dating?
Who
When?
the hell?
When did this happen?
Did this happen off screen?
Something I don't understand about the epilogues is I feel like it'd be interesting to bring along other characters from the Earth. You know what I mean? Like, it's always just the characters that we know, and I get it, but like, I'm certain you created a whole new universe, you know? Only new
Yeah.
character we get is the Swiffer dude. Come on. Alright. She takes in a shaky breath and shuts her eyes. Her hair spills out around her face when she leans forward to put her chin on her knees. Dave and Karkat exchange a look that is equal parts confused, miserable, and desperate. Karkat's making a fist against the ground, picking up a handful of moss and getting dirt under his fingernails. Perhaps it's a metaphor. He wryly speculates, for the way Jade has dug up the emotional dirt in their relationship. Dave clears his throat quietly. One of them could say something right now, if they found the nerve. but as the moments slide by, nerve remains in short supply. Crockett opens his mouth without quite having settled on the words that will come out of it. But before they do, the sky cracks open. Instead, he lets out an undignified yelp and scales back so that he doesn't get hit by the sharp debris suddenly raining from above. Jade spins around and flings her arms out, using her space powers to catch the offensive rubble and shrink it into harmless granules. They spark and clash against her fingers. She can't quite tell what they are. They're not rocks or metal. They don't even seem to be physical. Someone else comes hurtling out the hole in the sky, too fast for Jade to catch. It hits the ground with a clap of green lightning. The collision sends a geyser of dirt, rock, and vapor into the air. Dave flash steps to shield Karkat. Jade doesn't move, taking the brunt of the explosion face on, using her abilities to warp the energy around her glitch. She is a moat at the center of the storm. When the dust clears, she's the first to jump in the crater, trailing smoke behind her. There's a body at the center of it. The torso is bloody, tangled, and curled into a fetal position. Its shoes are missing, but otherwise the outfit is quite familiar to her. It's a dead ringer of her old witch's space uniform. Jade touches the body.
Oh my
Of her
god.
shooter, and
Oh
then
my
gasps when it rolls over to reveal its face.
It's me?
Karkat and Dave stick their heads out over the edge of the pit.
Holy shit.
What in the ever-living fuck?
Wait, are you using a voice filter or something?
I may be.
That was really well timed.
You're welcome. I thought it would help Karkat voice.
I gotta say, I like the stock a little better, but I appreciate the effort you're putting into it. Do the Karkat line again, just so I can get some comparison in my head.
What in the ever-living fuck?
See, it sounds to me like a school bully.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Meanwhile, the other Karkat, without the filter, it sounded like Karkat.
Yeah.
I guess is the only way to put it.
Okay,
How
what
will
if I
it
change it
go?
to female pitch?
Oh boy, here we go.
Let's see what happens.
Okay,
What in the ever-living fuck?
Oh no, that's worse.
That's just Nightcore.
Yeah, it's just Alpha the Chipmunks.
Let's read Homestuck Nightcore.
No.
Okay.
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 Good question. I don't know, but we should probably get her some help.
There, it's off. Help? For what? It looks like her internal organs are obliterated. She's covered in more blood than I thought humans ever had inside them.
Well, we can't just leave her here in the here. We can't just leave her in this fucking hole, man. Come on, give me a hand.
Karkat
Oh
watches
my
it.
god.
Karkat watches as Jade stands over her own younger corpse. She notices the way her shoulders are slanted. It's clear even from a distance that she's shaking.
Jade? Do you have any idea what's going on here? What should we do about this?
Jade doesn't say anything. She's staring at the body. A badly broken version of herself, probably from a different timeline, she guesses. The Jade looks about 16 years old. Her hair is bad with blood. Her appearance is gruesome, yet also peaceful somehow. Dave slides down the bridge of the crater and grabs her by the shoulder.
Hey Jade, can you hear us?
Come in.
Jade wipes a hand across her cheek and looks down to find that it's come away bloody. One of those shrunken, massive shards in the sky must have nicked her in the face. Her eyes go wide. She feels the breath go out of her for a moment. She looks directly upward. Where did this body come from?
Jade?
Yes, Dave, I heard you.
Still staring at the body, Jade digs her phone out of her pocket.
I need to talk to Jane.
Well!
That was interesting.
Yeah, it was. Really interesting.
I'm giving that a 1 out of 2. But
Have you given anything a 2 out of 2? I don't think you've given anything a 2 out of 2 since I've talked.
I actually.
No, she's given a couple things 2 out of 2.
Let me actually check.
I think there was like one thing you gave it 2 out of 2. Actually, I can't remember.
Oh, the one where they adopt Versi in the first place.
That's the one.
I gave that one 2 out of
That
2.
was super cute.
Yeah, that was.
I gave C4 a 2 out of 2.
She gave that 1 a 2 out of 2 specifically for my Swiffer voice.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Wait, did I?
I'm claiming that.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh wait, no, it doesn't actually count as a 2 out of 2 because it says, but actually minus 50 points because Sky mentioned porn in the stream call. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I know what'll give my fucking car cat voice some more.
I
Oh boy.
have no idea why the fuck she needs to talk to Jane. What the fuck?
I'm confused here.
I'm freaking out a little bit. And part of it has to do
It
with
means
this
the
other tab
reality.
that I have here.
Oh.
The reality's falling apart.
Chicken Little too.
Well, page 20.
It was the last page of the night. We're not fucking doing a marathon this time.
Nah, I couldn't. I gotta.
Well,
Go
me
sleep.
and Otto will continue reading the prologues if she's still up for more reading.
Yeah.
By me I mean me reading. Ugh.
I'll chill out with you guys, but I won't be doing any voice acting.
That's fair.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, I can chill out too if you guys are okay.
Okay.
Sounds like I'm gonna be reading the prologues for 3 people. Oh,
I mean, I can help you.
no, I got it. No, I
Alright,
wasn't saying that in a disdaining way. I was definitely saying that like, hell yeah, people want to listen to me read.
I mean, you got a good buttery voice, though.
6,
Thank
7,
You're welcome.
Your voice is epic and Gucci.
I actually didn't know that about my voice. Thank you.
No,
That it's
but-
epic and Gucci?
I mean,
Yeah.
I considered this back when we were first friends, but I still consider it now. You should get into voice acting because you'd be good at it.
Seriously, for real. I'm surprised you haven't.
There's like 9 people. In
What?
This. There's like 9 people in this.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. We'll figure it out as we
I
go.
can do all of them if you'd like.
All right, let me hear your
Car cab.
let me hear your Jade.
My Jade?
Let me hear your Jade.
No!
My Jade?
Your Jade. Just
My Jade.
give me a sample. Give me a sample. You said you can do them all.
We have no idea. It's like the sky just opened up.
That's actually really good.
Come on, I can do every voice. Alright, listen. I'm trained.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Hadron.
Be a Gamzee.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's the one I was gonna
Alright,
say.
alright. I'll do Gamzee.
Give me the clown.
Sweet.
Yelling at your might sprit is bad for the blood pressure, babe. There you go. That's my Gamzee. Listen, I've been practicing that one for 20 years.
Oh, you nailed it.
It
Nick.
shows. It
That was
shows.
perfect. I
Perfect.
thought he was really there.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
right?
for a second, I thought Homestuck wasn't a webcomic.
I
I
thought
know,
that
right?
was real.
Yep.
Here's my Tavros. Don't get it because of the baby.
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
we
No, I
got
got.
I wasn't sure because you started doing the actual Tavros and I'm like, wait, did he not?
No, I was just
No,
going.
It's okay. We're not that dumb.
No.
Ah.
No, we're not that dumb.
It's fine. It can match both Tavroses. It's fine. Both our babies.
All right, we ready? Cause I'll get into it.
Oh boy, here we go.
I can do narration. Get rid of one of the voices.
I'm reprising my role as Jade.
Gamer, let's go.
Wow, sure feels weird to just be hanging out with all these assholes we were just totally gossiping about 20 minutes ago.
Carcat is gladly listening to you. leaning a bit too intimately into the curve of his chest for two dudes who are dating the same girl, but not each other.
I always knew our gossip sins would catch up with us eventually.
Shh, both of you.
Jade brushes past them holding her dead teen self under the armpits, while Jake brings up the rear, stripe-tied ankles in hand. He shoots Dave and Karka a big, toothy grin. Dave nods back. Karka continues to look somewhat seasick, keeping his eyes high so that they don't accidentally graze teen Jade's impaled chest. Jake and Jade take the corpse up the winding white staircase toward Jane's bedchamber. The Crocker mansion is a dazzling maze of marble halls polished to a mirror sheen. It's the kind of place where footsteps echo from one end of a floor to the other, and even the pillows are lined
Oh,
with
I know where
minerals
they're
of
going to
silver
see
and
Jane.
satin. Ah, right.
Yeah, revive the powers.
There's a peaked skylight at the top of the foyer that splits the morning sun like a prism, spilling multicolored dots across every surface below. Amongst those dots are TJ's blood. It's so dark on the spotless tile that it looks nearly black. Dave stays with Karkat by the door. They're waiting to meet Rose, Kanaya, John, and extremely pregnant Roxy, who all show up together with baby Briska.
Brigante.
Really interested in coming
Sorry, baby Briska just got me again.
Him didn't get
Baby Briska, who's been coming along in her metamorphosis
This
cycle.
one's going in my cringe compilation.
She now has both oral cavities and opposable thumbs, and she's making good use of the latter by reaching out to mash her hands against the face of any adult foolish enough to enter her range. She grabs one of Karkat's little nubby horns when Kanaya passes by. He reacts pretty much the same way he would if it were actual Vriska talking about any part of this person. He flails and grosses, making a few strangled sounds of impotent rage. It gives everyone a good giggle on the dark and confusing day. John hangs back with Karkat and Dave while the girls go upstairs.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Oh, you know, just enjoying a nice night. Sorry, so you were narrating, so I figured I'd take over for John.
There's
Don't
like
worry,
20
it's
voices.
the same
in this.
excuse.
You want to do John?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Wait, my only role.
Okay.
Please no.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Oh, you know, just enjoying a nice night out with our girlfriend when another teen
No,
version of our
You're
girlfriend.
gonna read John. I'm gonna.
Oh yeah,
I'm
you can
gonna
do Dave.
read
Go ahead.
Hell yeah.
Really, feel free.
Cause I can switch, motherfucker.
Oh,
All
right.
right. Oh, you know, just enjoying a nice night out with our girlfriend when another teen version of our girlfriend plummeted out of the sky and bled all over our picnic pizza.
Picnic pizza?
Yeah, it's like normal pizza except that you eat it while sitting on a tablecloth in the fucking grass.
Oh, cool. I never thought about doing that. I just bring my sandwiches to picnics like a dumbass. And again, the last time I went to a picnic, I ate... Actually, never mind what I ate, but it sure wasn't pizza.
You're lost, bro. It's the only way to picnic out. Stop talking about picnic pizza, you assholes! This is in such poor taste! Yeah, he's right. Anyway, like I was saying, we were in picnic pizza heaven when fucking Space Tier Jade from like, I guess 7 or 8 years ago basically face planted in the field next to our romantic triple date.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn, not
it was
here.
pretty bad timing. Or extremely good timing. I don't know yet. The conversation was veering kinda, you know. We were in the relationship real talk zone. Anyway, can we stop dwelling on this shit and just go upstairs?
As they ascend the staircase, they're greeted by the horrible, bone-rattling sound of a toddler screaming its head off. In the room, little Vriska Lamond is pulling on little Tavros Crocker's thick black hair, while Drake Crocker laughs and scratches his head awkwardly. Jane looks quite irritated. Gamzee Makara Crocker is at her side, serving as her ever-faithful shadow, holding her arms to steady her as she tries to revive Teen Jake's corpse.
Jake!
Vitriol leaks from every letter of his name. John and Dave exchange a knowing look. Who's supposed to be the Kismesis here again?
Would you take Tavros out of here, please?
Well, golly, Jane, I just thought it would be invigorating for the boy to interact with someone else's age for once.
Well, he doesn't need to do it in here, especially not when I'm trying to work.
Hey now, Exilix. Hey now, Elixir Tits, you oughta chill. Yelling at your motherfucking meat spread is bad for the blood pressure, babe.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is Clown speaking right now? Oh, what?
Is a clown speaking right now?
Is a clown speaking right now? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Is a clown speaking right now? It's the darndest thing. I could have sworn I just heard a nearby offensively odiferous clown offering some advice when no one asked for his opinion.
Whoa, Janie, you doing okay?
Jane wipes perspiration off her face and sighs.
I don't know. I've just been under a lot of stress lately, trying to run my business, raise a child, and manage the political situation. Indirectly through various corporate machinations.
Machinations.
Jake, why are the children still in here? Take them to the playroom now!
Aye, aye, ma'am.
Jake scoops up the squabbling children and holds them as far apart as possible to stop Briscom from biting Tavros' ear off.
Jesus.
It's just one of the unfair advantages she has over him and his once human teeth. John and Dave part to let Jake go by. Quite sorry, blokes, he whispers as he takes his leave. Jane clutches her hands around Teen Jake's thin shoulders, looking the corpse over with an expression of absolute sorrow.
Wait a minute. So, did they say that Tavros was a grub or a human?
Tavros is a human.
Oh,
And
fuck.
they named him... Alright.
Tavros, yes.
Okay. That's confusing as shit, but alright.
I guess I'm a little spoiled because I've actually fucking seen what he looks like in Homestuck 2, and that makes me think, oh, human.
Oh.
He does not look like Tavros, like, at all.
Oh.
Did you finish the narration, or...
Where are we?
I did.
I think we got...
I don't know why, but I'm having an extremely difficult time reviving her. Where did she even come from?
The living Jade shakes her head.
We have no idea. It looks like the sky just opened up.
Well, obviously she is from another timeline. Darling, can you perhaps shed some light on this?
Rose sucks on her lower lip. It takes her a moment to respond. Her fingers close around the neckline of her dress as her gaze sweeps across the room. She looks over each person present, but avoids making eye contact.
I haven't the faintest clue. It could be anything.
John quirks an eyebrow at her. She doesn't sound confident, not like she did a month earlier when she claimed that Friska had defeated Lord English.
Well, something is blocking my life powers. It's as if she has a sort of poison in her. Not a literal poison, mind you. If it were as simple a matter as there being something in her bloodstream, I could revive her lickety-split. It's deeper than that. It's like a poison eating away at the very core of her being. It's attacking her on, perhaps this sounds crazy, but a metaphysical level?
Ah, fuck this. This is stupid.
What's so odd is that not only can I not bring her back to life, she also somehow doesn't feel entirely dead.
Oh? I wonder if that has something to do with me. Like, being here.
How so?
Well, all of our selves across infinite timelines are actually just one self, right? Like one ultimate self distributed across multiple bodies, so in multiple places and states at once. Every jade that exists in light is like a light being shined through 1,000 cracks in the timeline. But if we're outside the place where that light is being split from, maybe only one of us can exist. And that's why she's stuck in this horrible state.
Roxy places her hand on Jade's head and gives her a little scritch behind the ears.
I think that Janie was just being a little melodramatic, Jade. Not your fault.
Jade reaches out to take her own corpse's hand. She remembers being Sage, being heartbroken, still newly godlike in her abilities, and on the verge of fighting a battle that could change everything. She can't believe how young she looks.
Jade.
Sorry. What should we do with her?
Roxy claps her hands together.
Well, hate to be the one who says what we're all thinking, but sounds like it's time for another funeral, Lamau. Lamau? Roxy, Jade is dead, and you're probably going to give birth within the week. Yeah, so we gotta start planning this one right now. Come on, guys. How long has it been since we were all together like this? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? This is so stupid.
Don't worry, I'm ready to get my carcat on in anger. Don't worry.
Okay, and
Roxy looks around the room searchingly with a big, bright grin. Karkat snorts from the far corner of the room where he's been pouting the whole time.
I'm sorry! Was that a rhetorical fucking question, or were you going somewhere with it?
it was not rhetorical at all. Last time we were all together was Dirk's funeral.
Roxy, at that time we were mourning the death of a dear friend.
I know, right? Nothing like the death of someone we love to bring us all together again. We've all been so busy being pregnant and birthing 1,000 trolls and the political situation that regulates the troll birthing. We don't even have time to catch up anymore.
Jane's eyes flutter wide beneath her spectacles. Unbidden, her gaze flickers to where Rose and Kanai are standing shoulder to shoulder, very much in a stable, devoted interspecies love. Kanai catches that gaze and holds it for a very long, tense moment.
Roxy?
Kanai interrupts, tone clipped and dry.
Perhaps we should not talk about that particular subject. If your concern here is that we all continue to be in the same room, it's probably best we avoid bringing attention to the reasons that it so rarely happens. Come on, politics should never get between... Roxy would never say that. What the fuck is this shit? I'm so mad.
Easy for you to fucking say.
I'm
Jane
so mad.
interjects, tiredly.
Okay,
Dead body, of course.
let's not, okay? I mean, not now.
Here we fucking go.
Let's not what? Let's not talk about the giant fucking trumpet beast in the room. Let's not talk about how Kanaya, Terezi, and I worked just as hard to create this world as any of you, but our people don't even get a say in how they govern themselves. Let's not talk about how the crimes of Alternia are held up to an unfair scrutiny anytime a troll wants to fucking do or say something on the news. But we're not allowed to generalize humans based on the worst things that happen in their history. Let's not talk about how Alternia was basically the sacrificial fucking milk beast upon the altar that this universe was built on. But you all act like we're so lucky and deigned to allow us to exist alongside you instead of just letting us fucking die out the way it was intended.
Excuse you, Carcat, but no one acts like that.
Oh, no one?
Karkat pushes off the wall. Furious, practically spitting flames, he points to Jane, his whole arm quivering.
I listen to the fucking news, you know. I've heard all the arguments. The ones based on the policy advice your corporate think tank feeds the president. Do you think that it's been being broadcast at a frequency only humans can hear or something? Do you think we're that stupid? Even I can tell that the atmosphere in the Troll Kingdom is changing, and I have never once willingly had a conversation with my neighbors. Everyone's starting to get scared. More than that, they're starting to get pissed.
Jane folds her hands in her lap. Her voice is ice cold and varnished to a shine.
Is this meant to be a threat of future violence, Mr. Vantis? I'm not sure menacing me is making the most compelling case for your political claims. Holy shit! Are you all fucking hearing this? Yes, Carcat, we are all most definitely hearing this. It's somewhat unavoidable with you shouting it all at the top of your lungs. Sorry, I thought it might be kind of difficult for you to hear me, what with your head shoved all the way up your big fat ass!
Oh, damn.
Gamzee steps out from behind Jane, putting himself between her and Karkat.
Oh,
He
no.
raises his hands in a calming gesture.
Oh, okay.
Hey, brother, chill out.
Fuck off, Gamzee!
Whoa, whoa, Carcat, my dude. Why are you all lashing out and shit? I thought we were motherfucking good.
No, we are not motherfucking good. We will never be motherfucking good.
Oh, come on, man. I motherfucking apologized about all going overboard with the malice and murder and shit. I motherfucking redeemed his motherfucking self. Y'all can't get salty with your homie no more. That'd be all the rule of redemption, my brotherly bitch.
I don't care what you say the rules are, dude. I don't care if you prostrate yourself at my feet and lick the fucking dirt out from under my toenails. Don't fucking try to do that, by the way. I'm obviously being facetious. If you actually tried to touch my feet with your disgusting, rotten, smelling tongue, I would probably be forced to reach down my throat and pull out my own pump biscuit. That was also me being facetious. My point is, don't touch me, don't smile at me, don't wink at me, don't honk at me, don't do anything in my direction. Got that? We are nothing to each other. Do you fucking understand me, brother?
Gamzee gets up from where he had been crawling across the floor in preparation for some righteous, attritional toe sucking. He looks positively crestfallen.
Carcat. Yo, there's gotta be something I can do.
No. Never in the wildest dreams of your super-soaked pea brain will be motherfucking good, Gamzee. Because you're sleeping with the goddamn enemy. Because I still have nightmares about what you did. And because you have no idea what the fuck you even did wrong in the first place.
Oh, okay, Carcat. I get you're all fired up about politics and stuff, but lay off games, okay?
You can't see that he's sincerely trying to have a redemption arc?
I get if you don't want to forgive him, that totes your business. You gotta at least admit that he's making an effort here.
Honk.
That's it!
Karkat points at Jane again, then at Roxy, then at Gamzee.
Fuck you, and especially you. In fact, fuck all of you! I'm leaving!
Karkat whirls around to leave, but Dave tries to stop him, hands on his shoulder. Karkat wrestles out from under his gentle grip, hissing. He jabs Dave hard in the clavicle, hard enough that Dave is forced to take a shocked half-step backward.
Dude, what part of all of you do you not understand? Strider, are you as deaf as you are stupid? Get the fuck out of my way!
Dave folds out of the way, stunned and compliant. Jade gapes at her stunned boyfriend and the empty space in the doorway left by her other boyfriend.
Dave, what the fuck did you say to him downstairs?
Nothing. To be honest, I think he's been holding all that in for a while.
Karkat leaves a stunned silence in his wake. Jane fuming silently to herself, Kanai and Rose exchanging a knowing look about world politics. John chewing his lip and mulling about how Karkat is probably right, and how if he were braver, he would have backed him up. His unpleasant spell of poorly attuned togetherness is interrupted by Jake, looking all toothsome and fatherly with Tavros asleep in his arms, and a placated Vriska riding his broad shoulders.
By Jove, chaps, what was all that commotion?
It was nothing, Jake. Go back to the playroom.
No, wait. Jake, we're having another funeral. I don't got much time, so I'm appointing you officially third in charge of the planning committee. After me and Callie Ops.
Yeah, where the
Oh
fuck
my-
is Callie?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Roxy, are you really serious about this funeral idea? Yeah, why wouldn't I be? Christ, I'm all for, like, honoring the memory of this departed version of Teen Jade we barely know, but you're so... Fuck. No, I'm not reading that. I'm not finishing that sentence. Yeah, I'm fucking... I don't see anybody else stepping up to the plate.
Roxy, I understand the sentiment, but are you really sure it's appropriate?
Yep. It's even more appropriate now. After all the bullshit that's happened, we need a good bash for the sake of team unity. I hate to still admit being ignorant regarding many aspects of human culture, but a funeral is not what I would call a bash. Oh wow, that's because you've got no imagination, Kanaya. We'll make sure it's we'll make sure it's lit as fuck, right, Jake?
Oh my god.
Golly, I do love me a good soiree. No matter the circumstance, I'd be chuffed to the nines to be your third man on this one, Rox. Then it's official. This time next week, we'll corpse party like it's the end of the world. Again.
Jane pushes up on her spectacles so that she can pinch the bridge of her nose.
How is it that no matter how hard I try to keep the foolishness in my life confined exclusively to my romantic partners, I invariably find myself surrounded by clowns regardless?
That fucking sucked. That fucking sucked. That was bad. Honestly, if it was not for your Carcat performance, Octo, I would have fucking there would have been no redemption. That's getting a -2 out of 2.
That performance was really... You delivered very well.
Yeah, that was like some fucking top tier rivaling Paul shit right there.
I mean, I was pissed about it too, because not too long ago I actually, I've been rereading Homestuck, so I got to that part where Gamzee literally murders everybody. And I know where he's coming from. It's not just about politics. It's also the fucking hate from Gamzee. The fact that he doesn't remember what he... Oh my god, I've got the hate. I've got it. That wasn't just Carcat, man. I love Gamzee, but also I can understand the perspective of Carcat, and I can fucking feel that unbridled rage.
I mean, if I was friends with someone and they killed all my other friends, that's not really friends with them. I get that. I understand that.
Relatable.
Yeah.
It's relatable.
Podcast being very #relatable.
Okay, that sucked. It was so bad I hated it. Roxy is totally out of character, as are a few others.
Well, that's the
Parentheses.
point. This is
Well,
all
I'm reading my
this
review.
part. No, okay, go ahead.
Parentheses, I've just accepted not Jane as a separate character. Also, here's another line that sucks, and it was, this is the image that I attached.
Yeah.
-2 out of 2. Sorry, you can continue with what you're saying. I just...
The entire circus.
It's that?
The thing that had drawn us.
Yeah, no, I know that. That's good.
I had to post that twice because it mattered twice.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're fine. So yeah, this whole thing after it, like, they're kind of forgetting. Like, I feel like after John made his decision, like, Roxy completely kind of fell apart for Candy. Like, she isn't who she is, and I feel like that might be as a result of, like, it not being canon. She just lost a part of her, and she isn't herself anymore.
She's not much better in
for whatever
me.
reason.
She's not much better in me.
And like, and that's like the case for Rose as well. Like, you can tell she doesn't remember certain things, and the way they were all looking at John in that one part, like, that's what had me like, yep, something's fucking wrong here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Like,
And that's the point. They're not themselves anymore.
Yeah.
it's like, even though they're in this sort of like non-canon thing, oh god, I remember that one of the characters mentioned something about metaphysical. Ugh. Oh, never mind. Ugh. Andrew Hussey, please. Don't. I just want a story. I just want a story. I just want like a story that goes from one point to another, like a normal story, you know, like a
And that's
regular,
whatever the fuck this is.
like just a normal like.
I just want
I'm
something that's good, but I wasn't expecting that going in, so.
Can't get that good.
There is a thing. It's got some good moments in it, but the good moments are unable to outweigh all the bad.
Yeah. Well, I think some of the good moments are very good, but
This is true. Some of
The good moments
are
can be very
good.
good, but they are not good enough to weigh out the bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
and
that's why
it
she's doing her
also-
scoreboard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
And, you know, all these good moments, like, yeah, they're nice, but it's not enough to warrant going and reading the epilogues.
It's not. Instead, you should just watch these archive streams, because there's one person watching this. Oh, now there's another person who just joined right as we're about to stop. If you're watching this on YouTube, which is probably where you're watching it, you know, you should just keep watching this. And let this be your experience. Because we're just gonna fucking dig on it the whole time and say how it's awful.
Because of the kick-ass Carcat voice acting.
That too. Hey, Paul.
And
I
the
still think you're
absolutely
cool.
flawless Gamzee acting from Hadron.
oh yeah. Let's see if I can get another Gamzee line so I can read it.
Do a honk. Do a honk for us.
No. Do the one that just happened, like where he was trying to plead. Oh, you should have done the voice acting for when I was going at it as Carcat, and Gamzee said the shit about are you sure about
Here,
that?
I highlighted a line for you.
No, not that one. The one where he was like, "Are you sure? There's got to be something I can do." That part. No, down, right there, at the beginning.
I'm reading this off your screen. Carcat. Yo, there's gotta be something I can do.
God.
And the Emmy goes too.
That was beautiful.
sake.
Nothing will ever
That was-
compare.
Oh,
Absolutely
is that jizz in my
beautiful.
pants?
Whoa, that's a little much. That's a little
No,
extra.
It's definitely a lot of jizz.
God damn it. Okay, so we're gonna stop now. We're gonna stop streaming. I'm turning the stream off.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye.